We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Washington Nationals and the Atlanta Braves. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and guys, the Nats have won the first 2 games of the series, so they're looking for a 3-game sweep here today.
Yeah, Matty, this would be a huge momentum and confidence boost for this ball club. It is so difficult to sweep a series, especially on the road. They get this W here today, it's going to be a lot of happy ball players leaving that locker room after this one.
Drew Smyly gets the starting assignment for the Braves. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, one of the main issues is he wants to limit the amount of walks. Walked 4 in his last start, and that's a little bit too many for a starting pitcher. He's going to need much better control if he expects to pitch better in this one.
Now at the plate, here is Victor Robles, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
The center fielder, number 16.
Here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
Had nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor. He's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lays off, ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Striding in now for the Nats, Starlin Castro. And he's a guy who's been absolutely terrific over the last couple of series, really swinging it well. First offering, and he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
Gets dirty and gloves it. He's up with it. The throw to second, but they throw it away.
You know, D-Row, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's going to buy him? He's going to buy him dinner on the road at some point, because that's some significant hustle right there. There was a nice play. The internal clock of the defender thought he still had a chance at second. Wasn't meant to be.
As a look, now the pitch. Juan Soto is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Previous battles with Drew Smyly, not great, and he's 1 for 8. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
It looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1-2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
The 2-2. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's too late as he's in there. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Robles, the runner at third. Castro stands at second, no outs. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuña's there for it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Trey Turner. He comes in today leading the National League in hitting this year.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
He's set. Here it comes.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Runs up and gets this one down. Only play will be the pitcher covering, and the runner will advance to third now. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Matty, I'm a little concerned with the play of Trey Turner. Last month, he had less than 5 RBIs. He's one of the guys they count on to produce runs, and he's not really doing that much right now. So we'll see if the new page on the calendar helps get this guy going.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Trying to cash in here in his first at-bat with a runner at third and 2 gone. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. Two outs here with a runner at third. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Here's the 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time. The 2-2. Sharp ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time. And the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. Only one in the inning for the Nationals. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Washington leads this one 1-0. Joe Ross gets the ball for Washington in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
And now, Ozzie Albies. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. So, guys, these Nationals, as they interplay here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they've caught a little bit of a losing streak right now, but they got good veteran presence, great veteran presence in that clubhouse. And I bet you someone steps up today and says, this stops. We get it done today, boys.
And the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
Dansby Swanson is at the plate as he watches ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-0.
Hey!
Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got to keep the ball down.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 3 balls and a strike to the Atlanta shortstop. Freddie Freeman there. He'll hit next. Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. The 1-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
2 balls and a strike to Freeman.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
The 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a line drive. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-roll, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little 2-out lightning start.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. One of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
First pitch on its way.
Nope, that's inside.
Freeman, the runner at first with 2 gone. Advantage count, 2-0 to the Braves center fielder.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Has a look, now the pitch. Down the right field line. Freeman rounds the corner and is headed home. And he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a one-run deficit here as the side is retired. Braves strand one. It remains 1-0. Back now from Truist Park, second inning coming up. But first, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I am hearing that heavier rain is expected to pass through the ballpark at some point later in the game. The umpiring crew would, of course, like to get this one in uninterrupted, but it is possible that we could be looking at some sort of a delay if they determine the weather is impacting the play on the field.
All right, Heidi, thanks. We'll hope for the best, of course, but guys, you have to assume these players are probably going to be impacted by this weather at least a little.
Yeah, Matty, 100% it's going to be bothersome. They're going to have to watch their spikes. They're going to have to maybe gather themselves to get that extra grip on the baseball. But from a position player standpoint, you just can't lose focus. Starting pitchers are the ones that are going to have the most problems with it.
A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. And let's focus our attention on catcher Travis d'Arnaud. He's going to have to step up today and have a big game for these guys. Not known necessarily for his defensive acumen, more of a big pop guy on the offensive side. He has got to control this game.
Josh Harrison stands in. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, and particularly that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Well, today's game provides the Nationals with an opportunity to complete a series sweep, guys.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
The 0-2 once more. Fouled off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The Nationals already have the early one-run lead, so they're off to a good start trying to finish the series with an exclamation point.
It's very difficult to sweep teams nowadays, but jumping out to an early one-run lead like they have in this one, they're certainly headed in the right direction.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
Batting in, the right fielder, number 9, Wiseman.
And now for Washington, Rhett Wiseman. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First offering. As he'll take a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and his side is retired. The Nationals gone in order. He played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. That'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First offering on its way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. That's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
And this is what good Major League hitters do with a pitch on the outer half. They don't try to do too much with it. Just square it up the best you can and drive it to the opposite gap. By the time the outfielders react and get to it, he's well on his way to third.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, fouled away. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Ready with the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Runner at third here, nobody out. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Ready on 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
And he's able to lay off there for ball 4. Now to put runners at the corners now with still nobody out.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Stepping in now, Austin Riley. As he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike 1. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Now the 0-1. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or trying to deuce the ground ball to get a double play.
The 0-2 delivery. Grounded up the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
The batter will be Christian Pache. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball that drops in for a strike.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Striding in is Drew Smiley, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. First delivery to him. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Wiseman is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 2 left for Atlanta. They're down 1-0. Into the box now, the Nationals pitcher, Joe Ross, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Joe Ross.
And now the first pitch.
Ball. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home.
Nope.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Hit on the ground out to short. Swanson brings it in. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So one gone now as we give you a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Victor Robles digging in now. He worked a walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game. Pitch on the way.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. So here's Starlin Castro. Here's the first pitch to him. He's running. That's a strike. The throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
1-1, here it is. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Working for the punch-out and the offering.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. And that's a fair ball. And the run will score from second to make this a 2-0 ball game.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy's able to put bat on baseball and find a way to hit a soft liner to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap. That inside-out swing as a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Juan Soto to the plate now, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 15 long balls and 32 driven in. The 1-0 home.
Ball, that kicked out.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
2-1 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Opposite field to left. Ozuna is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring up one of the fastest players in all the land, Trey Turner. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. As the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a 3rd time.
2-0 count, the pitch. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
If he's going to dial up 2-0 changeups and have a good feel for it, this offense is going to have trouble breaking through against this guy.
Swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
From the belt, the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
2 on, 2 out, and digging into bat next, the big bat of Josh Bell. Smiley comes set. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Freeman is there. And that ends the inning. Only one in the inning for the Nationals.
We're just about set to go here as the Braves come to bat in the third inning, and this is an offense that's really been productive this year. They enter the day among the league leaders in both home runs and runs scored, so it's no secret what a threat they present to opposing pitching staffs. As one player told me earlier, we've got a stacked lineup, so as long as we all show up to swing it every day, we're going to cause a lot of problems for the other guys. It's a fun group of guys to hit with. Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Heidi. Leading off the inning, it'll be Ozzie Albies. They'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
1-0 the count. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
And it's fouled away. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Yeah, and as a starter, the last thing you want to do is let a team answer when your guys just scored a run for you. So he's thinking ground ball right here to try to get a double play and end this threat.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on the way.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Albies gets his lead at first, nobody out. Strike 2 taken, a fastball that clips the inside black.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. That just misses off the inside for ball 1. Popped up. Bell is over and he puts it away for the first out.
The first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
So a runner at first with 1 out now. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's set and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 0-1, here's the pitch. In the dirt here. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
I think this all stems from the fact that they're trying to make sure the guy at the plate doesn't hurt them at all. And with that base open at first, they might opt to just put him on.
1-1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. He settles under it and makes the catch in the deepest confine of the ballpark. Stepping in for the Braves, Ronald Acuna, runner in scoring position with Sukan. First delivery to him. Two out here and a runner at second. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
The 2-0 on the way. Outside, 3-0 now.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And with 2 away and an open base, he wasn't going to see anything there, as that's a 4-pitch walk.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
First pitch of the AB on its way. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. The runner from first crosses the plate. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
Wow, what a great piece of hitting here as he took a big swing at that one. Almost got it out of here for a 3-run blast, but he'll be happy with a 2-run double as well.
Yeah, he's not happy either way, but I'm sure the man on the mound is more than a bit relieved that that hit didn't turn into something worse. Into the box now, Travis d'Arnaud. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 289 is the average coming in. 8 home runs and 25 driven in. The set and the 1-0. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him his first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
The 2-0. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
To the left side, but it's well foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. And another foul ball. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. He's set the payoff pitch. High in the air out to center field. Robles gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 2-2. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th, and that means the catcher Yan Gomes bats next. Now here it comes.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
Windup and the 0-2 pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
And that'll bring up Josh Harrison. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
I mean, that had to feel amazing right there. I know it's only a single, but when you're walking to the plate and you're not even hitting your weight, to see that batting average go up had to put a smile on his face.
So now to the plate, Rhett Wiseman. He grounds it sharply to third. Over to Albies. Relay to Freddie. Double play, and that'll end the inning. That's how you roll it. 5 to 4 to 3. A double play sends us to break. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now to the plate, Austin Riley. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
And now the first pitch.
Ball back outside.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ball 2 now.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Two 2-0 pitch on the way. 2-1.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Called strike on the sinker. 2-2 now. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Full count still. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
The next 3-2. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
And that at bat will put a smile on any manager's face. The pitch total of the opposing pitcher just keeps going higher and higher, and he still couldn't put him away. So this inning is off to a good start for the guys carrying the sticks.
Now the National skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he will curiously make his way to the dugout after what has to be considered a very brief appearance. Ryan Harper takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Christian Pache will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. From the stretch. Riley on at first, nobody out. This is foul right side. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
To the plate now, Drew Smiley. Now a bunt attempt here. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Batter, number 1, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ozzie Albies. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Hit hard to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. One left for Atlanta. Through 4, we're deadlocked at 2 apiece. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Ryan Harper. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. The pitch. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Two mid-90s fastballs and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Good battle. Count remains full. The 3-2 one more time. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
Hey, 5 foul balls in a row. Loving the battle in the box right here, making the pitcher work.
Grounded down the third baseline. Oh, look at the sliding stop in time. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard. And here's that one again with show track. Great reactions to knock it down with the sliding stop, and almost just as impressive was the throw all the way across to beat the runner. Any way you look at it, a fantastic play. In now, Victor Robles. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0 is a bunt attempt, but he missed it.
Trying to make something happen there with a drag bunt. Couldn't get it down, but I like that he waited a pitch to give it a try. Sometimes that will back the defense up a bit if they're anticipating it on the first pitch of an AB.
2 balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Acuna is there, 2 gone.
Now batting, the second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Here's Starlin Castro. Delivered an RBI single last time up. Smiley's ready. First pitch on its way. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We've hit the halfway point, tied at 2. Dansby Swanson lining up to hit. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie.
Dansby Swanson.
He's set. Here it comes. In there for strike one, 0-1. Now here's the pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike. Ball! That pitch is out. Hey!
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind the count 3-2.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Ready with another 2-2. Shin high, that's taken for a ball. Freddie Freeman waits on deck. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. He'll try it again, 3-2. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work, but I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now here's the pitch. Runs, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. Hot shot down the line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Acuna digs in now. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the 2-out hit keeps things alive for Marcell Ozuna. So a ringing single here to center field makes it 2 hits for him on the night, and that total is currently tops on the ball club through the first couple of months of the season. Here's Marcell Ozuna, who drove in 2 runs on a double in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
From the belt, the pitch, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Hey, a 2-out single isn't all that bad, but it can be when you've got this part of the lineup coming up.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
And things have really unraveled on him in a hurry. He gives up a 2-out single, then he throws a wild pitch to put him into scoring position. He basically just threw a double, and he didn't even earn it.
Acuna stands at second with 2 gone. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Sean Newcomb takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 15, Sean Newcomb.
Here now is Juan Soto, 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. First delivery to him. Fastball just missed above the zone. May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter, it's 1-1.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
Here comes the 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone. So next will be the 4-hole for the Nationals. Trey Turner, lifetime against this pitcher. He's a .417 hitter. And now the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Count is 1-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Count still at 1-2. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
And this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. The 2-2 one more time. And a swing and a miss, so the NL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Josh Bell the next to hit. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
3-0 to him now. And, oh, not so fast, partner. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 now. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Acuna's there for it. And he's got it for the final out of the frame. Nationals gone in order. Home half of the 6th inning coming up. Deadlocked at 2 apiece. So now to the plate, Travis d'Arnaud. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
First delivery to him. As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat, it's strike 1. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Oh, and 1, here it comes. And he lays off for ball 1. Big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. He doesn't have a big fastball, but he was able to get that pitch by him.
And Matt, that's 100% a result of setting up with the off-speed pitches before it. If you're not a hard thrower, you could still have some success, but you have to learn how to mix speeds and set everything up. That was a nice job right there.
And now the first pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. The throw is wild and he gets away. And he's safe.
Not to minimize the hit here because it was a double all the way, but the wheels kind of came off defensively and he's on third because of a bad throwing miscue.
Into the box, Christian Pache. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. Riley takes his lead at third with 1 away. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Now the 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
The 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Now the 3-2 pitch, and he fouls this one off. He's set. Here's the 3-2. On the ground up the middle. Castro's got it, and the run is in to score from third.
Hey, tough play right there, but let's be honest. Let's stay in the trust tree. He had trouble getting that out of his glove. If that exchange was cleaner, I think he would have had the out.
Ender Inciarte will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with the runner at first and one gone in the inning.
Ender Inciarte.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
1-0.
1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Using the slide step to try to control the running game.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count, you send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. Has a look, now the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Here he is in his 3rd inning of work out of the pen, which isn't all that common these days. And he's looking a little off right now. These guys aren't used to getting this much work in a single game anymore.
First and second now, 1 man out. Fouled off. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there. Going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
The 1-2. Gets the outside corner, strike 3.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Standing in now, Dansby Swanson, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Oh, and 2. Here it is. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. He struck him out, the third time he's fanned in the game. Braves will settle for just the one. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Nationals 2. Josh Tomlin is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 32, Josh Tomlin.
New inning set to get underway, and that means the catcher Yan Gomes bats next.
The catcher, Yan Gomes.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. And now pitch on the way. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. And that's going to be a base hit. So the possible tying run is aboard here to start the 7th.
You can't ask for anything more than getting the leadoff man on right there. Brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
Stepping in now, Josh Harrison. As he'll take a look at ball 1. His history with Josh Tomlin, he's 2 for 4. Ready. Here's the 1-0. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
1-1. And this one's in the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And not what they were hoping for as that moves the possible tying run into scoring position. Alex Avila will try and loosen up here as he'll be the runner at second base following the injury. The 2-1 home.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
3-2.
And he got him.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box now, Brett Wiseman. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Well, he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away. So a beautiful running catch on display that time as we get a look at it again with Show Track. He took a solid route, covered quite a bit of ground, 110 feet to be exact, to bring that one in. That's a catch to remember. Luis Garcia will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 2.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. 3 homers and 15 RBIs. Ready with the 1-0. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Freeman is calling for it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. Frustration boiling over with an opportunity missed. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Alex Avila will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching, number 6, Alex.
Jeremy Jeffress gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th.
Number 23, Jeremy.
Now here is Freddie Freeman. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
The first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just a bit too much run on the sinker that time as it misses off the outside for ball 1.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Number 13, Jr.
Next to bat for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. First pitch of the AB now. Grounder down the line at third. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Next to stand in is Marcell Ozuna. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
1-0.
There's the heavy sinker right there. What makes that pitch so difficult to hit is not only does it change eye levels, it actually changes plane. You go to hit it at one position, and it's 6 to 8 inches dropping off the table and chasing your hands.
1-1 to count. And now a pitch on the way. Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Chris Martin has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 55, Chris Martin.
Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Victor Robles. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Oh, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
You never want to take the aggression away from a ball player, but in this situation, I'd like to see the leadoff guy try and work the count a little bit more, especially when his pitcher's missing like he is.
A pause, and the 0-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
To the plate now, Starlin Castro. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Now the 0-1.
Yep, that ball went out. Whoa, that's down.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Swing and a line drive. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Juan Soto.
So 2 down now in the Washington 8th, and that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto. He's set and the pitch.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Now the pitch. Ball 3, not close with the sinker that time. Three-two pitch. Back up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. So a long at bat has a positive dividend when all's said and done.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not all beauties in the box score. He's able to get that ball through the left side for a base hit. Way to grind it out.
Here now is Trey Turner as he overcommits here to a slider out of the zone. 1 strike to count.
Hey, I know the tying run's at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
0-1 pitch on its way. Hit out towards second. Albies picks it up over to first, and that retires the side. 1 left for Washington. They're down 3-2. Now at the plate is Travis d'Arnaud.
Leading up for the break, the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
From the stretch as he lifts it in the air to right field. Wiseman is there, 1 away.
The batter, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Now to bat, Austin Riley. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Pitch on the way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Loud contact there, but it's well fouled. The Nats are looking for the sweep in this game, as we mentioned earlier, but trailing by 1, they're going to need to come from behind to do it.
This one's still well in striking distance. Only trailing by 1 going late on to the game. They just need a bloop and a blast or some kind of extra base hit. This one's far from over.
Got him to go down swinging there. Austin Riley goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. At the plate, Christian Pache. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball one. And for the opposition, finishing this one off and salvaging a win in the series will sort of allow them to at least save a little face here at home.
No doubt about it. The last thing you want to do is get beat around in your own backyard. You want to make your home ballpark a winning ballpark. So winning this one and avoiding the sweep could be just what the doctor ordered.
Here's the 1-1. This one's down to third. Harrison has it. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves, but they still lead it 3-2. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Will Smith takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. All set to start the 9th in this one, and next it'll be the switch hitting first baseman, Josh Bell.
Hey, not an easy thing to do to try to come back and tie a game or take the lead off of a guy like this, one of the game's elite closers.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
You'll hear me say this time after time up here in the booth. You fight so hard to get into these counts. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. They don't happen often. This is a huge spot. Count leverage. Look for him to get loose on a fastball right here.
3-0 to him now. And now pitch on the way. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Stepping in next, Alex Avila. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that's swung on and missed for strike 1.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Ryan Zimmerman will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. No home runs as of yet, and with just the lone RBI. The 1-0 is taken, strike 1.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know, everybody top step in the dugout. Get on this guy and make him nervous.
Here it comes on 1-1.
Let's go. 2-1.
He fouls it straight back, and whoa, that almost landed in our booth.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. fouled away. Hard on the ground towards short, and he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Yeah, and I think this is the case of a guy trying to rush it, hoping to turn a double play, and instead of getting 2 outs, they get 0 outs, and runners are on first and second.
Stepping up is Rhett Wiseman. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
He's set. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
There's a swing and a miss, says, oh my goodness. He loses the shillelagh on that one. Look out.
Oh, man, as a pitcher, I love seeing that bat go flying out of a batter's hands like that. You just know that you've got it way off balance and way fooled when you see that lumber going flying down one of the baselines.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of his zone, and there are 2 gone.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
Carter Kieboom is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. The average right at 280 coming in. Still without a home run and 8 runs batted in. Ready with the 1-0. And it's fouled away. Here's the 1-1. Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Here's the 2-1. Now his swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And he will put this one away. And the Braves have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over. 3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Braves rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Sean Newcomb wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Ryan Harper takes the loss, only his 1st of the year. Will Smith records the save, his 19th of the campaign. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Everybody know y'all like the funk fake. Yeah, yeah. They gon' stick it with me like some duct tape. Coming easy to me, do that in one take. Yeah, yeah.
The final line score for our ball game. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Nationals, 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, On behalf of the Braves and everyone at Truist Park, we'd like to thank you for attending. And remind